You failed. It feels terrible. But here's the truth most candidates need to hear. A fail on the ARE 5.0 is not a setback if you treat it as data. It's a targeted study guide NCARB just gave you for free. In this video, I'll walk you through what to do in the first 24 hours, how to use the mandatory 60-day waiting period productively, how to rebuild your study plan around the score report diagnostic, and the 3 measurable signals that tell you you're actually ready to retake. Everything sourced from NCARB's Retake Policy FAQ, the October 2025 ARE guidelines, and the current fees page. Let's turn this around. The first 24 hours after a fail are the most important. What you do in this window sets up everything else. What to do? Accept the provisional result, but don't act on it yet. It's preliminary, unvalidated, and most importantly, it doesn't include the diagnostic table you need to plan a smart retake. Write down your gut sense of what went wrong. Which sections felt shaky? Where did you run out of time? Where did you guess? These impressions are surprisingly accurate and worth capturing while they're fresh. Sleep. Emotional reactions make bad study plans. Then wait 7 to 10 days for the official report to arrive in your NCARB record. What not to do. Don't reschedule the retake immediately. You need the diagnostic. Don't panic buying new study materials. What you have is probably fine. Don't file a score challenge out of frustration. Verification and challenge processes are for specific disputes, not emotional releases. And don't announce the result publicly before you've processed it. You can tell people later. The message, "I failed and I'm retaking," lands better than, "I failed and I don't know what to do." Give yourself the week. 2 NCARB rules govern every retake timeline. These are straight from the NCARB Retake Policy FAQ. Rule 1. The 60-day waiting period. You must wait at least 60 days after a failed attempt to retake the same division. Different divisions have no wait. You can sit for other divisions during those 60 days, which is a key strategic lever we'll come back to. Rule 2. 3 attempts per rolling 12 months. You can attempt the same division a maximum of 3 times in any rolling 12-month period. After a third attempt, you have to wait until the oldest of the 3 is more than 12 months old before you can take a fourth. Here's what that looks like in practice. First fail. You can retake on day 60 or later. Second fail. You can retake 60 days after that. Third fail. You're now sitting for 9 or 10 months until the first attempt ages out of the rolling 12-month window. This is why mismanaging retakes can turn a 1-month delay into a year-long stall. Know the rules and don't let them catch you off guard. The 60-day wait isn't dead time. It's 60 study days you can deploy in one of 3 ways. Strategy A. Study the same division intensely. Rebuild around the diagnostic. Deepen your weak content areas. Build targeted practice. Low risk, simple, but narrow. You don't make forward progress on other divisions. Strategy B. Take an adjacent division during the 60 days. NCARB rules allow it. If you failed PCM, sit for PJM. High overlap on contracts, risk, project delivery, insurance. If you failed PPD, sit for PDD. Big overlap on building systems and code. The payoff is that you bank a pass during a period you would have been studying anyway, you stay in study flow, and you come back to the retake with fresher context. This is the single most underused retake strategy. Strategy C, for confident candidates. Split the 60 days. Spend 40 days on an adjacent divisions exam. Sit that exam. Then use the remaining 20 days refocused purely on the retake. You get a pass, and you arrive at the retake with momentum. Risky if your timing is tight, but the highest leverage of the 3. One caution. If you're emotionally bruised by the fail, strategy A is fine. Don't push strategy C when your confidence is low. Most candidates reread their entire study materials after a fail. That's the wrong approach. The diagnostic tells you exactly where you're weak. Your retake plan should target those gaps, not everything. Here's the 5-step method. Step 1. Calculate gap per section. Passers percent correct minus your percent correct equals your gap. Bigger gap, bigger weakness. Step 2. Calculate weighted gap. Multiply each section's gap by its range percentage. This weights for how much each section actually affects your overall score. Step 3. Rank sections by weighted gap, biggest first. Step 4. Allocate study time. 70% of your 60-day study hours goes to the top 2 weighted gap sections, 20% to the next 2, 10% to maintenance on your strong sections because skills decay. Step 5. Practice only with questions that test your weak content areas. Licensura, Black Spectacles, Amber Book, Designer Hacks, all have question banks filterable by section. Keep practicing until your percent correct matches or exceeds the passer's percent on those sections. Here's the key mindset. Don't reread everything. If your diagnostic shows you're at passer's average on 3 of 5 sections, studying those 3 again is wasted time. Hit the gaps. Leave the strengths alone. Before you plan the retake, diagnose the root cause. There are 3 failure modes. Content gap. You didn't know the material. The score report will show low percent correct on specific sections. Fix. Targeted study per the diagnostic. This is the most common failure mode and the easiest to fix. Stamina gap. You knew the material, but you faded in the last hour of the exam. Particularly common on PPD and PDD, which are 4 hours, 5 minutes. Your score report percent correct will be uneven, stronger early and weaker late. Fix. Full-length practice exams to build exam day endurance. A lot of candidates study in 60-minute blocks and then wonder why they fall apart at minute 200 of a real exam. Strategy gap. You knew the material and had the stamina, but you got most CATA questions wrong, ran out of time on case studies, or used your break time poorly. Fix. Question type drills, pacing practice, and a break budget you stick to. Diagnose honestly. Your score report shows the symptoms. Your memory of the exam shows the cause. Both matter. If you're unsure, it's usually a combination of content and strategy, with stamina as the 3rd factor for longer divisions. Address all 3, weighted by what hurt you most. I feel ready is the most dangerous sentence in ARE retake prep. Feelings lag evidence. Here are 3 measurable signals that tell you you're actually ready. Signal 1. Practice exams 75% or better. 3 consecutive full-length practice exams, all scoring at 75% or better. Timed. Breaks limited to what the real exam allows. If you can't get above 75% on 3 in a row, you're not ready, regardless of how you feel. Signal 2. Gap closed on your weak sections. Compare your practice performance to the passer's percent correct from your original score report. If you're now matching or exceeding passer's average on every previously weak section, the gap is closed. If you're still 10 to 15 points below on a section, you haven't fixed the problem. Signal 3. CATA consistency. 80% or better on CATA questions across your practice. This matters because CATA is where most failures concentrate. If your MCQ accuracy is 85%, but your CATA is 55%, you haven't fixed the thing that failed you. 3 signals. All 3 green, you're ready. Even if your gut still says nervous. Less than 3 green, more study. The 60-day wait can extend to 75 or 90 days if you need it. Rescheduling costs less than failing again. Retaking has a cost, both in dollars and in time. Let's make it concrete. The retake exam fee is $257, same as your first attempt, no loyalty discount. Reschedule fees. Your first reschedule is free. Your second reschedule is $52. Your third and beyond is $103, which is also the cancellation fee. If you're waffling on readiness and rescheduling 3 times, that's an extra $155 on top of the $257 retake fee. $412 for 1 division attempt. Time costs. A second fail means another 60-day mandatory wait. A third fail is where things get painful. You can't sit again until your first attempt is more than 12 months old, which from a third fail position typically means sitting out 7 to 8 months. Compound that across multiple divisions, and you can easily turn a 1-year timeline into a 3-year timeline. So the math is simple. Taking an extra 2 or 3 weeks to genuinely close the gap on your diagnostic is free compared to another $257 fail, another 60-day mandatory wait, and the confidence hit. Wait until you're actually ready. Measured against the 3 readiness signals, not a feeling. 4 cognitive traps that derail otherwise strong retake candidates. Trap 1. I'm just not good at this. One fail is not a pattern. 52% of all PCM attempts in 2024 failed. 53% of PPD attempts failed. These exams are designed to fail people. One fail doesn't mean you can't pass. It means you need one more targeted pass at the material. Trap 2. Avoiding the score report. The report is emotionally uncomfortable to look at, but strategically essential. It is your retake plan. Skipping it or avoiding it for weeks means retaking blind. Open it within a few days of it arriving, study it cold, and extract the data. Trap 3. Overstudying everything. Panic makes candidates reread every textbook they own. That wastes the limited time you have during the 60-day window. Targeted prep beats total prep, every single time. Trap 4. Rushing the next attempt. Scheduling for day 60 exactly, out of urgency, even if you're not genuinely ready. There's no rolling clock anymore. Your past credits don't expire, so there's no external pressure to rush. If you need 75 days instead of 60, take 75 days. Rescheduling costs less than failing again. The single best mindset reframe. You didn't fail the exam. You finished the first half of your preparation. The score report is your syllabus for the second half. 5 rules of a smart retake to close on. 1. Wait for the official report. 7 to 10 days. Don't plan off the provisional. Don't panic schedule. 2. Use the 60 days productively. 3 strategies depending on confidence level. Deep retake prep, adjacent division, or a split. Never dead time. 3. Target the gaps. Weighted gap ranking. 70-20-10 study time split. Weak sections only. Don't reread strong sections. 4. Measure readiness with 3 signals. 75% plus on 3 consecutive full-length practice exams. Gap closed versus passers average on weak sections. 80% plus on CATA questions. All 3 green, schedule the retake. Less than 3 green, take more time. 5. Failing is common. 47 to 48% of PCM and PPD candidates fail every single year. This isn't a talent issue. What separates pass-on retake candidates from cycle of fails candidates is one thing: a disciplined, diagnostic-driven second attempt. Every division covered on this channel has complete foundational and advanced guides that map directly to NCARB objectives. If your diagnostic shows a weakness, you'll find targeted content waiting for you. You've got this. Go past the retake.